Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jennifer Webb said in her speech that life is like a comic book. It's interesting for me as part of young generation, Z generation especially. Hello, I'm Lukman from Vocational High School of Muhammadiyah Sempor. First of all, let's thank to Allah who has been giving us mercies and blessings so that we can join this wonderful occasion without any obstacles. Secondly, may salawat always be given to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best human in this world. Thirdly, I would like to thank the judges and the committee who has been given me time to deliver my speech. Actually, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm not going to talk about my feelings. I'm going to tell you about millennials and should they be afraid of AI. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not part of the millennials generation, but just consider me as the little brother of millennials. Because I was born after this generation, so that society can call me as Z generation. I believe that you all have known who millennials are, and maybe you are the part of them. So, what is actually millennials generation? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the term millennials generally refers to generation of people born between the early 1980s and 1990s. This generation is also known as Generation Y because they come after Generation X. Those people who were born between the early 1960s and 1980s. Millennials have been characterized in different ways. First, on the negative ways, they have been described as narcissistic, lazy, and easy to jump from job to job. However, they also have been described as on the positive ways. They are confident, self-expansive, being more open-minded, and more supportive of human rights. The good thing is they have non-digital devices since they were in early age. So, the millennials embrace themselves easily to technology. They adapt to new technology faster than the previous generations. My mother was born in 1975. So, she is left behind compared to my sister who was born in 1995. My mother can operate smartphone, but she needs to learn how to operate it with me and my sister. While me and my sister can operate it easily. Even my nephew and maybe other children can operate smartphone easily. And it makes their parents wonder why the babies today are so fast in learning smartphones. That's the little example. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in the era where the technology changes rapidly. Even now, AI or artificial intelligence has been existed. What is AI? Artificial intelligence is a broad branch of computer science that deals with the creation of smart machines capable of performing tasks that would normally require human intelligence. Artificial intelligence is currently known as narrow AI or weak AI because it is designed to perform narrow tasks. For example, only facial recognition or just internet searches or just driving a car. However, the long-term goal of many researchers is to create a common AI, powerful AI. While narrow AI can outperform humans certain tasks, such as playing chess or solving equations. The purpose of artificial intelligence itself is for many things, such as to develop methods and systems to solve problems. For example, image processing, planning, forecasting, and others to improve computer-based performance. Ladies and gentlemen, AI also has its advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of AI are: first, it is permanent, does not change, depending on the computer system and programs. Second, can store various information or data without any restrictions. Can be tailored to your needs. Third, fast and accurate in doing a job in the work system. Well, the disadvantage of AI are: first, the intelligence that is in artificial intelligence depends what is input by the programmer, limited to a program. Second, don't have common sense. Common sense is the ability not only to process information, but also to understand the information. In addition, artificial intelligence is dangerous for human life, including replacing a whole human and threats in digital security. For example, creating fake accounts, hacking email or web, spreading malicious links, phishing, and others. Of course, with the AI that affects human life, some have a good influence and some have a bad influence. The impact of artificial intelligence on all of us has started to become more pronounced recent years. Artificial intelligence will enter our lives like water or electricity. AI also can cause a large number of people losing their jobs. So, should millennials be afraid of AI? According to Oxford Economics, up to 20 million manufacturing jobs in the world will be lost to robots by 2030. McKinsey Global Institute also then more 25% of workers could be displaced. In my opinion, they should not be afraid, but they should be prepared and adapt to new technology. They should always be learned to develop and maintain their talents. The true thing is, AI is the creation of human. So, we as humans must be able to adapt to it. As Jennifer said, life is like a comic book. So, let's create and draw our own comic book and let's be hero in our own life. That's all my speech. Thank you so much for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.